How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all cozy because we're about to go back and experience a really old game from the early 2000s called Learn to Fly. Now, this channel is going to be mainly based around playing old games. If you guys have any old games from your childhood that you'd like to see me play, particularly flash games or computer games, let me know down in the comments and I'll be sure to play them. But as soon as I thought about creating this channel to showcase and play old games in 2025, I thought, you know what? Learn to Fly. That was the one that came straight to my head. So I thought, you know what, let's make the first video Learn to Fly. And I've seen that there are 3 versions of this game, so there's a third one came out. I only remember playing the first 2, so I'll make sure to play the third one here on the channel. But yeah, Learn to Fly is definitely one of my favorite games from my childhood. This came out in 2009 when I was 11 years old. And it's about a penguin who looks up on a wiki page and sees that penguins are unable to fly, and so he sets out to change it. And so our goal is to make sure that this guy can fly. So we're using the ramp, you're controlling with the arrow keys, and we get certain upgrades depending on how much money we get, and we get money for traveling distance. So there's not much we can do because it's the first day. So you see that the further we go, the higher we go, and the more time that we're flying for, the more money that we get. And then what we're going to do with that money is use it to upgrade. So we can go ramp height, acceleration, less air resistance, and then we can get gliders, and then we can eventually get rockets. So we can't really get anything now. We've only got 17, but let's go ramp height first and foremost. I remember acceleration and ramp height being the main things. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 5 stages here. And each stage is a higher ramp, so we're going to only have 5... Is it meters? Inches? I don't know. We're going to only have the 5 ramp available to us right now. So we're on day 2. So we get a little bit higher, a little bit faster. We can typically bob in the water and remember that as well. So we've got a little bit more money. Let's upgrade the acceleration. And I think we should save up for a glider. So let's just do the ramp height and the acceleration, and then we'll save up for the glider. So we're on day 3. Let's see what changes this does. I remember acceleration being pretty huge. We can bob if we angle at a 45-degree angle. And let's see if we can get... Oh, we get an achievement. So this is for distance, I believe. So we traveled far enough that we get an achievement and extra money, which allows us to buy the first glider, old beat up glider. Okay, let's do that. Go into the 5. We get achievements for height, for speed, and for distance. Sorry, not distance, time in the air. So gliding allows you to make longer, more controlled flights. Each glider has a red zone, a speed above which your speed drops fast. Avoid gliding for long moments in the red zone. So don't go too fast with certain gliders. Okay, got it. Let's see. Let's use this glider to travel a little bit further than normal. As you can see, we can actually bounce on the water. That's one thing I remember from playing this game. You can bounce on the water. So we didn't get the upgrade, sorry, the achievement for time or distance. Do we save for a rocket? 250 for a rocket's really expensive. Let's do ramp height. And let's see if we can't get the time achievement. So let's go into ramp 5. See if we can't glide for a long time. Because the achievements are... They give us money. So they're very important. So I think 45 degrees, and then if we try and bob... Okay, it didn't work that time. I think we have to have a certain speed. Did we get an achievement? Yeah, we got the time. Okay, so an extra 25. I don't know... How do we upgrade to the 10 ramp? Do we save for a rocket? I think we go... Acceleration? Let's go 1 acceleration and then save for the rocket. Are we able to go into the 10 ramp? Oh, we have to complete achievements. Okay. So by getting achievements, we unlock the higher ramp. So let's go into the 10 ramp. And let's use that then, because that's going to allow us to go further and get more money. So let's stick it to 45 degrees. And then as we slow down, let's just go horizontal. So, didn't get any achievements for that. We got a lot more money. I'm going to upgrade air resistance, but I like the idea of getting a rocket first. On the achievements of 5, I didn't mean to click that. Okay, I just wanted to see what the achievements were needed. I think it's speed and it's distance. No, not distance. It's speed and altitude that we need for the 5 ramp. So we're not going to get that till we get a rocket. So that was a misclick on my part. Did we get... Oh, we did. We got altitude. Excuse me. We did get altitude. So all we need is... And we got speed. Hello. Oh, yes, I remember you can actually like dive bomb into the water and that counts for your speed. So there's any speed during the ramp, not just, you know, speed going horizontally. So let's get a rocket. Let's add 1 air resistance. We can also buy rocket fuel now. And we've completed all of those. So let's stick to the 10 ramp and let's try and get some of these achievements. So we boost with the space bar. I remember that. So we're going very fast now. As we come down, let's boost up and let's up and down. Ah, okay. A little too much resistance. Okay, that was good. We're starting to get it now. We're starting to speed up. We got the time achievement for $100. That's a lot of money now. So let's try and get the speed. We got rocket fuel. Let's go 1 fuel and let's increase. Let's keep increasing the ramp height. And then let's go 10 and we need the height and speed. So I think we go way up and just crash down. I think that's what we do. And then we can get both those achievements in one go. So let's try it. We're going up, we're going vertical, up and then down. Okay, maybe that got the achievements that we needed. Definitely the altitude one anyway. So we got $100 for the altitude. We didn't get the speed achievement, okay. How much for the next gliders? 1,000 and 2,000 for the rockets. That's a lot. Let's go a little bit of rocket fuel and let's get some air resistance. We unlocked the 20-inch ramp, so for sure we're going to do that. And let's see what the difference is. This is double the height of the last one. Okay, brilliant. Now we're talking. So, do we go for height? I think we go... we need to ride that momentum. We can't stay like that. We can't stall out and then use the rocket. We got to use it in conjunction with the momentum. So we've got 220. Let's upgrade acceleration. And then I think the next thing we go for is a better glider. So let's stick to the 20-inch. And let's try and get the glider. I think the height of the ramp is just the amount of runway we have. So let's try and stall this out a little bit and see if we can't get some time achievement. We're coming down to the water. So the little grey dial on the right shows our altitude. And then the other one's obviously the speed. 500 for that one. Wow, okay. And 500 for the time. Now we're talking. Now we can get a new glider. So we get the new glider because that old one was terrible. We upgrade rocket fuel. Let's go ramp height again, because I think that's the best thing. We can max that out fairly quickly. So we need to travel 650 feet for that next achievement. So let's try and get 650 feet. Okay, now the whole system's been upgraded. So I don't think there's a measure for distance yet. So we'll just use that there. We'll keep gliding and we need 650 feet. I wish it sort of showed you, you know, how far you've traveled. So I think we've traveled pretty far, to be honest with you. I mean, this is still going. Let's try and bob just for a little bit extra. So what's the distance? Doesn't say the distance, but maybe no, we didn't. Okay, let's get more rocket fuel and let's just send him flying. Get that 650 feet, and we need to reach 100 miles an hour. So let's just blast him at 100 miles an hour. Try to get 650 feet. Blast with the rocket. Did we get it? I think we might have just broken the 100 mile an hour zone. So I'm gonna stay at this angle. I think this is the best angle to do. Okay, we're slowing down a little bit. Let's keep it horizontal. I think that allows us to just glide that a little bit more, and let's try a bob. Okay. I think we maybe got it there. No, still not. Okay. Did we save up for the double rocket? I think that's what we do for now. Any of these fairly cheap. Air resistance is fairly cheap. Let's do 1 air resistance. Let's stick to the 20. We need two more achievements to unlock this. let's go back and reach 70 mile an hour and get the 200 feet achievement with the 100 ramp. Sorry, the 10-inch ramp. And then that will help us out tremendously. So let's boost our speed. Okay, we definitely got the speed achievement. 100% we got that. I realized that we weren't going to get up to the 100 mile an hour, so we got some achievement there. Let's save, because we're saving for the double rocket, and go back to the 10, and we need to travel, so it was only 70 mile an hour. We need to travel 200 feet. Okay, again, we've no measure of how far we're traveling, but 200 feet should be okay if we stick at a 45-degree angle. Use the rocket as we start to slow down. And then I think we've got it, 100% we've got it. So let's stick horizontal, and let's just glide this out until the end. 100% we're going to get this achievement. And then we'll stick to the 20-inch ramp. There we go, we're bobbing. And okay, we got one bob, that's good. Definitely got the distance achievement there. So another $100, which I will take. And then we should unlock actually the, is it 35-inch ramp? Almost got the double rocket. We're going to have that next time. Yeah, so we've got the 35-inch ramp. We need 650 feet and 100 mile an hour. Let's 35 ramp for now. We might even be able to get like a distance achievement or maybe a time achievement here. I always find the time ones are the easiest to get. So let's keep it this angle. As we start to slow down, let's boost the rocket. Have another little boost. And let's go for time here. I don't think we'll be able to get distance, but we'll stick at the horizontal angle and see if we can't get the distance reaching the water. Okay, good. Maybe we got the time. I can't wait to see how much money we get if we get an achievement here. 2,000. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now we're talking. But now we can easily upgrade to the double rocket. And let's just max out the ramp height. And then let us... So I believe the ramp height is this little bit at the end, this little curvature. And then the height then is our runway. So let's go back and get these two achievements. We got to travel 600 feet and reach 100 mile an hour, which we will definitely be able to do now that we have the double rockets. Let's boom and then boost. Let's get to 100. 100% we got to 100 mile an hour there. And then now we're gliding. So we got to get distance. We're going really, really fast, and we still got a good bit of height. So let's actually... Let's get a little bit more vertical. And there we go. And stay above the water until we drop to 0. I think that's the key. I think I was losing too much height too quickly. So I think we for sure got both of them. That's an extra $1,000. So we got the distance and we got the speed. There we go. So an extra 1,000. So we're really on track now. We need 4,000 to max out the ramp. I think acceleration's good. 5,000 for the best glider. Let's max out acceleration and let's stick with the 35. We need 3 more achievements to get that one. So we need every achievement to get to the 50-inch ramp. So let's stick with the 35. We've got to get to 100 feet in the air. I think we can get that one pretty easy. So let's go 100 feet in the air. Boom. Do we reach 100? There we go. And then let's just dive bomb, reach the speeds. There we go. So we got the height. And he's sitting there floating to the surface because he's a penguin. Okay, we got the 2,000. We got another 2,000. So now we just need the distance. And we got 5,000 total. So I think we go... Let's go the glider. Yeah, I think this is the best option. So travel 1,500. Let's go. I think we got this. That is a monster of a glider. This guy's definitely flying now. There we go. And we get the hub overhaul. So we got the distance now we can measure. What was it, 1,500 we needed? We got the resistance, we got the speed, we got the altitude as well. Everything's getting measured here now, thanks to this upgrade. So each glider upgrades the overall hub. There we go, we're going for another one. another boost. I forgot I even had the rockets. So we need 1500 distance, I believe. I think we're going to get this for sure. Still got decent speed. Still got decent altitude. Let's keep it high a little bit. Come on. 30. Come on. Ah, almost. It was 1500, right? Wasn't it? Okay, let's... How much for that rocket? 10,000. Okay, let's... Air resistance. Stick and keep a little bit of money. Did I not upgrade the ramp height? I just... Oh no, I got the glider instead. Never mind. Okay, so we got to get 1500 distance. Do we go up to here and then blast this way? Let's experiment with the 45 degree. And then just going like this. Maybe we just take it slow and steady. So we're very high in the air. Let's increase the speed a little bit. I don't think this is the plan. Let's just increase. I don't think this is gonna work. Although, you never know. Okay, we got a bounce. Don't think we're just gonna make it, unfortunately. Yeah, we're slowing down tremendously. I think we gotta save the rockets and maybe just go horizontal with the rockets. I think is the key. And let's increase the rocket fuel. Yeah, we're just gonna stick horizontal and then blast the rockets for max distance as soon as we slow down. Because we're almost there. We just gotta get the right angle. So let's wait until we slow down. I think that was the best bet. So we're going very far without using any rockets. We're over halfway now. And I think we just let them glide here. And then once we start to drop with our altitude, I think then we just blast the rockets. So I think this is for sure the run. Already at 1100, so we just got to get to 1500 and then we're in the clear. And then I think we're going to upgrade to the max rocket as well. And if I remember correctly, there is an iceberg at the end. So let's blast up, get a little bit more height. Yeah, that rocket fuel upgrade is amazing. Maybe I should have been upgrading that all along. There we go. We reached 1500. And I think the further you go, the more money you're going to get as well. So we're going to get a lot of money for this. Let's stick horizontal. A little bit of air time. Okay. I haven't actually been keeping track of my resistance as well, which is now being measured. So there we go. 2000. So maybe I should be aware of the air resistance as well. So 7,000. Let's go max. And we actually can't upgrade anything else. Let's save for the main rocket. Wow, okay. 6,000 feet is a mystery. Did you see that? There was a mystery achievement for 6,000. I think that's going to complete the game. Okay. Do we go for altitude? I think we go altitude first. Okay, 180. I think it's probably 200. And let's go speed. Speed? Well, we reached like... I don't know how much speed. And then this guy's going to float up. Okay, so we definitely got the speed one. There's nothing else we can do for speed. And this should be a major upgrade. 5,000 for an achievement. Wow, okay. And we got the speed. Oh, sorry, that was the distance. Was that distance or altitude? That was altitude and speed. Okay. Wow, okay. So boom, we got the rocket. And we can only upgrade air resistance. Don't really like air resistance. I want to get rocket fuel, which is 10,000. Okay. But now we got the main rocket. So we got 35 seconds. We got to glide for. We got to reach 4,000 feet. Okay. With this new upgrade, I think this is quite doable. Let's wait until we run out of momentum. And then use the rocket. So we got to get 4,000 distance. And we have to be going for 35 seconds. Okay. Don't have a timer with me, but in my head, this is at least, there's got to be 15 seconds here. So I think we go for the time one, so 35 seconds. I think that's pretty doable. We've bound to have been going for about 20 seconds. We still got the full rocket. Only 2% air resistance at this angle as well, so I think we're doing pretty well. Still the speed of 30 miles an hour. But we're dropping very fast, so let's here and boost. And let's sort of angle down a little bit and glide. We got good distance. We got good altitude. I think we're for sure on about 30 seconds right now. So I think we're getting the time one. I believe it's 3,500 distance. We're not quite there yet. Got 0 air resistance at this angle. We're dropping pretty fast on our altitude, but we've still got good speed. Let's angle upwards a little bit more. Okay, so we gotta be aware of the altitude. We're dropping way too fast. Okay, so we gotta stick high altitude. Okay, so we got the time, which is a nice little bonus. We got a max ramp height. I want to do the rocket fuel, and let's max out air resistance. And then we've only got 2 more upgrades, which are acceleration. And we've only got to travel 4,000 feet. And then 6,000 feet will complete the game. Okay, so let's try and get 4,000 feet. Wonder, do we go vertical, like really high here? Because that was our main issue, isn't it? Is like the altitude. I wonder if we can get into space. Something tells me we can get to space. So we got 0 air resistance at this angle. We're dropping pretty fast, but we're going quite far as well. I think we're dropping too fast though. 250, 240. We're not going to get the distance. Yeah, let's angle it up a little bit. Stop the fall. I think the altitude's coming down a little bit too fast. 60. Yeah, let's angle up a little bit more. Try and drop that altitude speed. So we've got 1 air resistance, but it's not the end of the world. I want the altitude to stay pretty high. That's been our problem all along. We've been dropping the altitude way too fast. So we got to get this nice horizontal angle. 1% air resistance. It's no problem. We upgraded the air resistance, so should be grand. We're over 3,500. Was it 3,500? Was the distance? Or was it like 4,000? It was 4,000, wasn't it? So we're now over that distance. So this is almost like a training run for the final one, because we've got to get the 6,000 distance. So I think this may be the key, is to go really, really high and then just glide to 6,000. Although if I do remember correctly, there is an iceberg at the end, which would tell me that we have to like break through it. So we have to have good speed as well. We got over 5,000 there. So I'm not really sure how we're going to get to 6,000. But we're going to upgrade everything anyway. With this nice 5,000 bonus. We're going to be able to put that into the acceleration. So we're now maxed out with upgrades. We can't upgrade anything else. So now it's all about getting to 6,000 feet of distance. Okay, maybe there isn't an iceberg. Maybe we just have to get to 6,000, and that proves that this penguin can fly. And we're on day 25 as well. This would be quite poetic if we could get this finished on 25 days. I think that's a nice round number. You know, quarter of a century. Okay, so we're going pretty fast so far, but again, we're dropping altitude way too much. Okay, so let's stick the altitude, stick with the distance that we're going for. So we're 2,000 already, no rocket. Slowly dropping, quite a bit of air resistance. Okay, so we're gonna be using our rocket soon. Let's just try and get as far as possible without using our rocket. Maybe we stagger the rocket as well. So we're here. Little bit of speed here. Let's use half of it here. Get some good altitude. Less resistance here. But let's stick with the speed. So we're going 3,000 distance. We need to get 6,000 now. We're only halfway. I don't know. And we're dropping speed as well. Okay, let's boost that speed. And let's just all out at this angle try to get to 6,000. Still 100 miles an hour. Still got good altitude. Decent altitude. I don't know if we're going to get to 6,000. And I don't know how we're going to get to 6,000. Because this is like max upgrades. Okay. We haven't made it. I think the vertical angle, just blasting vertical at the start, is the way to go. So I haven't done it this time. Okay. But there's no more upgrades we can do, so we just gotta try and find a strategy that's gonna work. Unfortunately, we didn't get it at day 25. That's okay. Let's try and get it before day 30. I think we can easily do that. Again, I could have got it last time, but... Okay, let's blast 45. I think that's the way to go. And let's keep that speed going. Because we were going way too slow last time. Okay, let's find a nice medium between the speed and the altitude, where we're not dropping too much speed and we're still at a good altitude. So we're at 3,000. We're halfway point. No, you've still got 30 meters above the water. I think when we drop below 10, we maybe use the last of our boost. So there we go, 4,000. This is maybe the angle. So there we go, use the last of the boost. Now we're talking. 5,000, come on. 5,200, 5,300, 54. Come on, without dropping. 55, 56, 57, 58. Come on. There we go, 6,000. There we go. Woo! I did it. I can fly. Yes, you can, little penguin. Yes, you can. I do not remember this ending. Look at him flying off to the sunset. Oh, that is cool. This brings back so many good memories. Yeah, I knew there was an iceberg. Now, I'm pretty sure that's for the second game, for Learn to Fly 2. There's definitely an iceberg in one of these games. And that is why nobody believes that penguins can fly. Penguins can learn to fly. I butchered that. Learn to fly. You cleared the game in 26 days. It was about time. I feel like that was a bad ending. Yeah, that was definitely a bad ending. So we can do it quicker. But let me know what how quick you guys completed this game. If you guys want to try it. If not, then, you know, thank you for watching. Let's hit continue, see if there's anything else. Is there anything else? Wait. Game completed. No, there's nothing else. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other Flash games or games from your childhood that you would like to play. I will, of course, be going back to the sequel of this game if this game does well. I don't really have like a likes. Maybe if we get to... What's a good amount of likes? If we get to 1,000 likes, I will play Learn to Fly 2 on the channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I highly rate this game. It still holds up in 2025. If you guys want to try it, I'll leave a link down in the description. And yeah, let me know about any other games you'd like to see me play on the channel. See you guys on the next one. Take care.